In the 1800s, many people just loved their cats. They liked to pamper them. And how did they feed them? There was the cat's meat man, who you could hire to come by your house and feed your cats and dogs with pieces of meat. This, of course, made him very popular with all the cats in the neighborhood and the dogs. Appreciated these men in this occupation so much that they would give them a dinner every year. Thank you, Cat's Meat Man. Today's issue of the Portland Oregonian from Portland, Oregon is Monday, March 3rd, 1879. Rescued from drowning. At the intersection of Washington and 3rd Streets, a large excavation has been made by the workmen employed in constructing the city's sewers. It is fully 10 feet in depth, with the late rains have caused it to be filled with water. Owing to the heavy rains, the workmen had suspended operations, and during the interview, a poorly constructed barricade had been erected around the cavity, consisting of a barrel at each corner, with a scantling reaching from one to the other. Wednesday evening, a number of small children were at play in the immediate vicinity, among them the 4-year-old son of Mr. John Holman. The youngster, unconscious of the danger, wandered toward the excavation, walked under the barricade, and uncautiously missing his footing, fell headlong in the water. The playmates of the little boy speedily raised an alarm by their vehement cries of distress and horror, and quick as a flash of lightning, Master Ralph Hoyt, son of Captain H.L. Hoyt, who was standing on the opposite side of the street, rushed to the scene in answer to the cry of help. Taking the situation at a glance, the little hero threw himself on the ground at the brink of the excavation, and as the body of the child rose to the surface for the second time, he stretched forth his hand and succeeded in securing a hold upon the clothing of the unconscious child. Laboring under the excitement of the moment, the brave young rescuer found himself unable to drag his precious load out of the water, but still retaining his hold lustily, cried for help. A passer-by, hearing the cries, hastened to the spot and soon relieved the brave lad and got the boy out of the water and restored him to his parents. The bravery of the young lad, Ralph Hoyt, is deserving of a special recognition. It is not often that one of his years possesses the forethought and courage that he has displayed, and to his heroic efforts can the parents of the rescued child be thankful that it is today living and not the victim of a watery grave. Getting monotonous. Gentlemen are met every day in their offices and on the streets by impecunious or otherwise chaps who express a desire for collateral sufficient to pay for a meal. As a general thing, they hit upon a good Samaritan and get money, and frequently an order for a meal. These individuals are becoming too numerous, and they certainly are not of the manner born. Drowned. A young man named Henry Hunter was drowned yesterday while engaged in driving logs on Tide Creek, which is on the Oregon side of the river, opposite Kalama. The body has not been recovered yet. Mrs. Dr. Lou Patterson, clairvoyant physician and test medium, gives sittings daily. Residence, Columbia Street, between 1st and 2nd. New lot just in. Coconuts, almonds, pecans, walnuts, filberts, hickory nuts, paradise nuts, Italian chestnuts, oranges, lemons, and limes at Frisco prices. Merchant's note, this, and send order to S.L. Stone. Washington Territory. Last Monday at Walla Walla, during the prevalence of high gale of wind, the bell tower was blown down, killing one man instantly and wounding another so badly that no hopes of his recovery are entertained. During the high water of the past few days, the loggers of the Snohomish River have lost very heavily. At least 1 million feet of logs have been washed out to sea by the rapid rise and swift current of the river. One man lost a boom containing 600,000 feet by the breaking of boom chains. Several parties lost similar amounts. New today. A woman who was an organist in a church in San Jose 5 years desires a like position here. Address, SAD, Portland. Wanted, to go out by the day or week by a lady from San Francisco to do dressmaking. Terms reasonable. Apply to Mrs. Murphy, room 8, 215 4th Street, corner of Salmon. At an early hour yesterday morning, about 1 o'clock, an unsuccessful effort was made to burglarize the tailor shop of W.J. Quinn on Stark Street. There were 2 burglars engaged in the attempt. A hole was cut through the back door of the shop, and one of the burglars inserted his hand and took the keys from the inside. Mr. Quinn, who was sleeping in the shop, was aroused by the noise. He arose and slipped noiselessly towards the door and saw one of the intruders working at the hole. He drew back and, picking up a pistol, fired a shot through the door. In an instant the work ceased, and the light-fingered gentlemen took to their heels and fled. In their great haste, the burglars left an auger lying on the back doorstep and carried off Mr. Quinn's key. Mr. Quinn says if the persons who took away the key will restore it to him, he will cheerfully return the auger left behind. So, you like things about the 1800s? Well, I have a book for you. It's Everyday Life in the Wild West, and if you would like to order it, you can use my handy link. The link is located in my descriptions. Simply click on it and it will take you right to Amazon. The Cat's Meat Man. He calls meat meat all down the street, and dogs bow wow, and cats meow, while kittens sly come purring by, as if to say, "To service pray." The first of all, for we're so small, the man throws bits of meat to kits and cats and dogs. Then he jogs on down the street, still cries, "Meat, meat."